up there as well. And thank you once again to Felix Chantalamy for helping out the video department today. Everybody in the break was texting me the dog parks that are near downtown. I guess to not put my mind at ease, but the dog parks over the flats and blah, blah, blah. By the way, Cleveland finds itself atop another dubious list of honors. Cleveland is number 1 in Ohio for dog attacks on postal carriers. So if you've been keeping your eyes on that statistic, there you go. Because there are a lot of, I don't know if you saw the story about the postal carrier that was killed in Florida when her truck broke down. Her mail truck broke down. And this was on a rural route. This is an older woman. She was 61, and she's doing her route. And her postal vehicle broke down, and she starts walking, and she gets mauled by a pack of dogs and killed right there. I'm sure her family will have a nice lawsuit against the United States Postal Service for the vehicle maintenance. But, they always euthanize these dogs, too, which I always think is very strange. I mean, I guess if the dogs kill someone, but like that giant manatee or that seal that was jumping on the back of people's boats, like in Finland or something.
And they had
to put the thing down, yeah. Cleveland has the most dog attacks on postal carriers in the state of Ohio. 58. Which, I mean, that means you're not trying hard enough.
It's the dog pound,
dogs.
baby.
I mean, somebody look into that. Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Alan?
How are you?
I'm all right. I just want to, I've listened to you all the time. I've never called in, but I wanted to actually talk to Bill real quick.
Yeah.
About, Bill. Yeah, I just want to talk about the maggot scene from Game of Thrones last night, the House of the Dragon.
Yeah. That's what we call it. We call it Got Hot D.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I never watched Game of Thrones before. My wife just got me hip to House of the Dragon. Mm-hmm. So now I have to go back and watch Game of Thrones. But, Bill, how hot is the main character? What's her name? Daenerys?
The 14-year-old girl? The 12-year-old?
Yeah. Is she really 12? Because my wife and I are, we think she's 18 in real life.
Yeah, she still looks like a little kid, man.
He's there with his wife. He's like, hey, she looks super hot, and I heard she might be 12. And his wife's like, you go. Godspeed, you black emperor. She doesn't care.
You haven't watched... I mean, she's an attractive girl. She's on TV. Hot kid, Alan. You'd love her.
Sexy overbite.
If you're going to put kids on television, better make them attractive.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she's 18, though, in real life. So, but last night was weird about the
how old are you? Because I'm 40,
thing.
so like an 18-year-old to me
I'm
still...
42.
Yeah, okay, cool.
My last girlfriend before I got married was only 20, though.
I was going to say, Bill's over here, Mr. Anti-18-year-olds. What's the matter with you?
I'm not I just don't...
18.
I'm not... She's an attractive lady, but I'm not like watching and be like, yeah, she's hot. Like
well, Matt
it's the
is.
sexiest overbite you ever seen, right?
Sexy overbite.
She looks like she has a mouthpiece in the whole time, but still looks good.
Anyway, Matt, was your entire call on the maggot scene about how hot the possibly 12-year-old is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to the end of it. All right. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate the call.
Matt.
I thought maybe he had some maggot knowledge he was going to drop on us. I've heard. I see. We never watched Game of Thrones, so we're not watching House of the Dragon. But everything I see on House of the Dragon is they're clearly trying to keep that crowd happy by making each episode full of like blood and guts and is
really?
there right?
I mean
the pregnancy
episode,
scene they said was real gross and
I mean that's stuff that you expect from a show like that. Yeah, but it's I feel like the story is what I'm buying into. And I also like the pregnancy scene was, I mean, yeah, you're going to have that stuff. You expect it, but I don't think that's what's driving the viewership.
No, I'm saying though that they have to keep that crowd happy because they've come to expect probably a level of viscera from the Game of Thrones world. Right? I mean, if it was like a Pinter play every week, people would be like, "Oh my God, this show sucks." But people are like, "The show's amazing." They started using the Game of Thrones theme, I think, for this show, is what I
Yeah,
read.
they do the Got theme for Got Hot D.
Got Hot D, yeah. So you like this House of the Dragon?
I like it so far.
This is a prequel to Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's pulling me in because like at first you're watching it and you're like, what is this? Like, this isn't the real Game of Thrones, and you're like, I don't care about any of these characters. And by episode 2, I'm like, all right, I'm invested. They got me. They got me.
This is the girl he was talking about, Millie Alcock. She's 22. I assume this is her because this is a person with an overbite. Holy cow, that's not. I think that Olivia Cook is really foxy though. She's very cute. I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. But I'm just looking at this cast, and I would not be focused on Millie Alcock.
Well, she probably has blonde hair, right? Does she play Daenerys?
No, because
I haven't watched this yet.
It's not Daenerys. It's that.
She's Rhaenyra or something.
Yeah, that family, but it's like 200 years before Daenerys.
It's too much to keep up with. I never got into Game of Thrones just because.
Well, Game of Thrones, when Gwen and I are talking about a show to binge, and there are a handful of shows we never watch, and we're like, should we start watching fill in the blank? One of them is Mad Men. The other one is, should we watch Game of Thrones?
The ending's so bad.
So bad?
So bad. The last season is god-awful, but the first 8 are fantastic.
Should I start watching Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
I've never seen an episode.
I don't know if you would dig that show, but I think you should go a few episodes through and see if you like it. Yeah.
Well, I like it because the main character, his first series that he ever acted in
was Queer as Folk.
I know, so that's why I'm like, okay, I want to see how he's grown into a man.
But it's all long hair and beards on that show, so
Yeah.
you got to like that look.
Yeah, Millie Alcock is the one.
Millie Alcock. Well,
Seeing her like as a regular person, I think she's more attractive than.
Yeah, she's 22.
With the Daenerys look, or the what do they call it? Targaryen look?
Targaryen. All right. I thought that was that guy on Instagram with the beard and the fake hose and all the money.
I wonder what it was like to be alive at that time. That's just so cool. That
At that time of
Did you hear
dragons
Bill
and-
talking
Fake.
about when you got a cut and you could die?
Yeah,
But it's just like
it's
the-
also fantasy, so it's like this doesn't
No.
exist on Earth.
I understand, but like back in like the 900s, and they used to like
When
live in
right.
castles and
Right,
stuff.
right.
And just used to sit on like a throne, and
Before science was really a thing.
they looked like Lizzo on the red carpet all the time, just draped in all fabric, just nothing but fabric. I think that's cool.
Are you fat shaming Lizzo because there was so much fabric?
No, I'm not fat shaming her. She wore.
You're gonna get dragged like Harry Spears.
I don't care. They can drag me. She was giving me like Calabar in Halloween Town vibes. Like she wore just. It was so much fabric. But
Dude,
no,
you can wear fabric. You can wear whatever you want.
I didn't
Wear
say
some-
she. I
I'm
didn't say
saying
she
you.
couldn't.
You can wear fabric?
Cody, you can dress like the 900s. Wear whatever you want.
Set yourself up in like a nice, a bunch of tulle, right? Fabric could be your best friend. Get yourself a nice gabardine cut.
You guys can call me like Pip Cake. I don't know why I would have to change my first
Pip
name.
cake? What?
Pip?
What?
Hey, Pip cake?
Yeah.
Pip Cake. Because I feel like that's a very Welsh name, Pip.
What is he talking about?
I don't know.
When did it become Welsh?
He's really
I'm thinking
kinda-
like the
I
old
don't know.
medieval times. I don't know.
The Welsh medieval times where they called people Pip. Have you ever been to the?
That's such a good sentence.
Have you ever been to the medieval times
Restaurant.
No.
I don't know how many Pips are there.
I don't know.
Well, did you go to the
Pip?
Welsh one?
Yeah.
You gotta go to the Welsh one to get the pips.
No, I've never been either.
Gladys Knight and
Oh,
the pips.
Yeah.
Hey, governor. I'm
In
Pip.
Wales, Pip is your personal independence payment. That's like if you're a pensioner over there and you pay into it. Another message off of the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Alan. Wade from Weirton. Hate the show. I'm listening back to Poundcake talk about gonorrhea. And this old salty dog was in the Navy, and I've had gonorrhea and chlamydia consecutively 7 times in my life. I've taken the mixture, the shot, the cocktail. Meh. No big deal. Love you. Bye.
Wow, he was
Okay. That's what I'm
he
saying.
was so nonchalant.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I was overreacting.
Yeah, I've had gonorrhea and chlamydia about 7 or 6 times in my life. I was in the Navy or the
I actually-
whatever. Wow, that guy.
I actually felt bad after like I freaked out on the dude. I felt bad because I was like, maybe I'm in the minority. Like I am not the only one out of my friends that hoe. Obviously, like all of us were like whores.
But do you hoe the best?
I don't. I think I'm one of the only ones that hasn't had an STD. That's what I'm saying. Out of all my
That
hoe
you know
friends.
of.
No, I've gotten tested.
Herpes can lie dormant for years.
I've gotten tested for herpes. I don't have herpes. I
Maybe
had
he
no,
has-
Lie dormant.
Maybe he has her pips.
I've never even gotten a cold sore before, which I find odd. But I was like, I have enough skin issues. Maybe God was like, okay, you don't deserve this. Like he's like, you have enough.
Yes, you know how God takes it easy on people?
Well, I'm just saying because you know how many times I've had like if I've ever had like a
Yes,
ingrown hair. Or
you've
like,
danced between the raindrops as far as STIs go for your entire life.
That's
yes.
what I'm saying, and
Yes.
like out of all,
Which
my
is why you're
friends-
holed up in your house now.
correct. Because I
Right.
feel like that well's about to run dry. It's like drip, drip, drip. All right, now
Yeah.
you're pushing it. Now you're going to you're gonna do an orgy in Colorado. What? Okay, we're gonna get you. So, I just feel like I overreacted on that dude, and I felt bad, but I didn't want.
Well, maybe you should put
Gonorrhea.
pen to paper and send him a nice letter.
No, I didn't want that hospital bill. I didn't want, and at the time I was still on my mom's insurance. I didn't want that to show up on there. I didn't want it to show up because then I'll have to like tell her like, all right, I was having unprotected sex and I kind of got chlamydia and I got the shot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you don't want to have that conversation. That wouldn't be fun at all.
No, because
Because you know his mom would get on the phone and just start yelling at him.
Mom, nobody wants to see that cop. We'll get the tickets.
Mm-hmm. On the subject of young kids, you know, I get the broadcasting trade magazines. They're not magazines anymore, but they're email lists, and I like to keep up on the Inside Radio nerd stuff. There's a small town called Benson, Arizona. There are a lot of these, even though companies like iHeartRadio have basically, snatched up the bulk of large market radio stations. There are a lot of local owners still that own radio stations in smaller areas. And there's a town called Benson, Arizona. And there's a classic country station called Cave 97. The call letters are K-A-V-V, Cave 97. And the owner was a guy named Paul Lotsoff. And he was found dead in the production room at the radio station. Nobody knows what he was doing. Maybe in there checking equipment, or his family or somebody there at the radio station found him dead in one of the studios. The reason this guy is so well known locally, because when you're a local owner of a radio station that small, you can put whatever you want on it. A few years ago, this guy was really butting heads with local residents in this town because he was broadcasting messages on his radio station offering listeners advice on how they could conceal child pornography. Because he said he disagreed with Arizona's laws on possession of child pornography.
Huh?
And so he said that these were just public service messages. He's like, I don't agree. Arizona, not exactly the lefty kind of, not exactly a blue state. He said Arizona got it wrong with their laws against having child pornography, and he wanted to use his own radio station to broadcast information to people on how they could conceal it. I would have loved to have been there for cutting that commercial.
Isn't that a felony?
Hey guys, this is Paul Lotsoff. I'm the owner here at Cave 97, and I want to tell you how you can conceal child pornography. Well, yeah, he had all of his advertisers
Holy crap!
flip
dude.
their wigs.
Like what? I don't have it. I'm just saying.
I mean, freedom.
I don't think you should be going to people's phones.
Yeah. So on a normal day, it would have been just another guy who died in the radio biz. But this guy had like the whole town had a petition, try to get the radio station's license revoked, all this stuff. I think that they got it wrong here in Arizona.
Dude, what the things that some people
I
are
don't.
willing to just put their whole name on.
Did he read
Yeah.
it all the way
Like,
through?
you know what I mean?
What did he disagree? What law did he disagree with?
Does it matter? This is a guy who said they got it wrong on child
Yeah,
pornography.
that's what
Yeah.
There has to be more to the story because that just doesn't sound smart at all. I just don't know what people be thinking when they say something like that.
Yeah.
Was someone paying him to say that?
Man, I know somebody. I'm gonna keep this as vague as I can.
Yeah.
But a member of their family got busted for trying to solicit an underage prostitute, and it is.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Recently?
I'm keeping it.
No, but I mean, is
Yeah.
this something that's like currently blowing their family up?
Yeah.
Or did this happen a while ago?
This just happened.
Okay.
Ouch.
You can tell us that it's Cody.
Right, but we don't know who he's talking about, so.
We already know Cody's reputation.
You need to stop saying
Stop
this.
saying
You guys are
what?
going to get me in trouble. Stop saying that.
Cody,
We are not saying
didn't
anything.
Say anything.
You,
Hey, I molest children.
on the other hand,
I was saying how you deal with someone who would say something
Hey,
like
but
that.
maybe this
It
is
was-
the point to get your career jump started.
that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
No, you guys
This
take...
is the guy for you.
Hey, I molest children.
No.
You don't know what you don't know until you know it.
I love my freedom too much to do something like that.
Your freedom. You gotta give or what you take.
I love my freedom to do nothing. That's how I like it.
You could do a whole lot of nothing in prison.
That's why I don't want to be. I want to be.
You got
out
all
here
day to
doing
do nothing. You'll have to work in the cafeteria or something, but
Imagine all the naps you can take, dude. You're just laying
Yeah,
around.
and there's
nap
all
in
like these
prison?
dudes that just want to, yeah.
Oh my
Sexy,
I said I don't
sexy
want
boys.
gonorrhea.
Oh.
I don't want gonorrhea. I'm gonna definitely get it in there.
No, you don't know that.
They hate pedophiles in prison.
I thought you weren't a pedophile.
No, that's
Oh,
what
you
we
just
said.
got him, Mary.
Got his
He just
ass.
walked right into that one.
Oh, man. It was Poundcake's family.
We knew it.
No,
At
until
the-
you know it.
Quote unquote fair
Uh-huh.
for 7 hours.
Yup.
That's what you call it. Walking taco. Gross, bro.
Chocolate milkshake.
Hey, I molest children. And then when I got a big load, I go put it in there.
Cody!
Oh, Poundcake. Who knows who could be walking by and discover you?
Big ones, small ones, skinny ones, tall ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, fat ones.
Not prejudice.
Whatever. Might as well get this money at this point.
That's right.
You're
Look how
ruining
fast it is.
You're
He
ruining
just
my credibility.
Flips this whole thing right away.
Yup,
Fine,
blew
I'll
it all up.
monetize it.
How did the guy say?
Well, no one wants to touch my
conceal it?
vagina.
What's that?
How did the guy say to conceal it? Was there an app? Let me download this app.
Oh, ooh, it feels so good.
Oh, you're horrible.
Alan, wasn't Dr. Berglund supposed to be on last week? I missed the update. No, Dr. Ryan Berglund is going to join us for the first time in over 2 years on the 16th of September. That's a big day. I don't even know if Mary Santora is
I'm
gonna
not. I'm opening for Todd Berry that day.
Josh Wolf is going to be here. Dr. Ryan Berglund is going to be here.
Josh Wolf is so hot.
He's a good-looking dude, and he's very funny.
September 16th, I'm in Cincinnati with Todd Berry.
So Josh Wolf, Ryan Berglund, and then, of course, that night, Tenacious D at Blossom.
Oh, God, I'm so happy I'm
And I'll
going.
have tickets for you all this week at 4:20 for the D. I am working on getting those guys on the show.
That'd be incredible.
So we'll see. For everybody going, hey, you know what you should do? Yes, I'm already ahead of you. I'm working on it. I think there's probably a 5% chance that they will, but that's a 5%
Do
chance.
not call me because I would have to tell Jack Black to his face that I don't like him. I'm so
Did you
glad
see
I'm
the
not
thing
gonna
I
be there.
tagged you in?
No. Was it
Ja-
the Jack Black Backstreet Boys thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Jackstreet
yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
Where Jack Black's face is
Oh,
on
the
every one of the
Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
Boys.
Stupid. You were like
It made
one
him
of
look a lot
20
better.
people.
That made me actually
All right.
interested
Man,
in the
we gotta
Backstreet
go
Boys
to
finally.
break.
It's like, that looks.
Alan, I
that
just
looks
pulled
fun.
into my daughter's dance class, and like 3 moms heard clear as day those Poundcake clips. Oh, can we go for 4 moms?
Someone said on the live stream, of course Poundcake thinks Josh Wolf is hot. He is hot.
I think Josh Wolf is
He's
a good-looking
attractive. He
dude.
is.
Yeah, he is. Yep. He doesn't like have a dad bod or anything, and he's kind of got like a
No,
He's got abs.
shredded.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like real
He's
muscular.
shredded.
yeah.
Like he's not like bulky, but he's just cut.
Very toned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about him some more. And
Talk about him next or 2 weeks from now when he's here.
I'm going to.
Be
I'll
like,
make him do the-
hey, Josh, Bill told me that you have such a nice body.
He's 52.
fine.
He doesn't
Josh.
I'll be like,
shit.
dude, take your shirt off.
Oh, yeah, he's older than me. Josh, Bill and I were talking about how amazing you look.
Yeah, you're funny, but you're hot.
But you're so good looking. You know how people go,
You're so
they can't be
good
funny. They're too good looking to be funny. Nobody will take us seriously, except everybody takes you seriously. Except doesn't he have like we've talked about it before. He got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he?
He's raised kids. I think he raised stepkids as his own.
Right.
And then
Like his wife, his
yeah.
current wife's older than him or something?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a crazy story.
Yeah, good for
I
him.
mean, they were like living in a hotel for a while. Like that's a dude. And Joey Diaz was his babysitter at one point,
Wow.
which is hilarious.
Imagine Joey Diaz is in charge of anybody.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, the 16th is when Dr. B will return for Is It Red? If you're relatively new to the show, that is when Dr. Berglund comes in. He's a urologist from the Cleveland Clinic. And then guys fill up the phone lines with all kinds of drippy D stories. You think there's a got hot D out there that Bill's watching. There's not much of that when Dr. Berglund's here.
Do you got hot D? Call Dr. Berglund.
Is it hot for a really bad reason?
Is it maybe
Not aesthetically.
throbbing?
Is it temperature-wise?
Leaky?
I'm going to take a break. If you want to text, get the last word in, 35192. Corey Roddick Experience on the way. After 6:30, no Guardians tonight, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show.